And good afternoon. Welcome to today's races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fusel. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. We have a monster carryover in the Rainbow Pick Six. We'll get to all that, but first we had the pony races behind us here this morning with the kids getting things warmed up for a Saturday afternoon. So we brought the whole family out here. I saw a little match race action out there, and Count Chocolate, however you say his name, he won again.
Oh, beautiful.
He won by a pole.
And I just saw the last race there, the large pony flat, 5-1 if you bet the 5-1 exacta.
Okay.
I know Jack Harmon. You can't escape it. Everywhere you go, it's 5-1 or 1-5.
1-5.
So I'm sure that the Captain Red Can had the exacta there in the large pony flat. Bunch of our jockeys were out here kind of watching these young riders taking some lessons.
Yep.
I tell you what, they look good.
Yep. Good to see the young kids out here participating in horse racing. So yesterday, some more long shot winners. Yesterday, you had the one horse in race 4 yesterday, the Noah Abramson first-time starter that paid a big price, and that got things rolling in the Rainbow Pick Six.
Yeah, I tossed that one in with the exact. I was keying around Al Cortez's horse Lobature is the speed of that race. But as you're out here, always tab the tote early, especially on some of the first-time starters. That horse took play and it sustained play for about the first 7-8 minutes of wagering in that race. So sometimes you can kind of come up with a little bit of a nugget there, and we did. But, we're hunting prices all the way through this meet. That's what we like. We like to bet a little and make a lot.
And the big popular Stronach 5 yesterday, we had 26 winning tickets that paid a little over $5,000. You had a $29 winner at Gulfstream Race 8, the first leg. That knocked me out right away. My single, though, the Daniel Centeno Kieran McGee horse, that horse won Pimlico Race 9, paid $560. That was a 4. And then you had a $12 winner at Gulfstream, $8 winner at Golden Gate, and an $11 winner at Santa Anita. So you had to have some prices on your ticket, and it paid well. Congratulations if you hit the Stronach 5 yesterday. There's the payout over $5,000. Let's get right to the big story today. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick Six. That starts in race 4. There's the carryover, $235,491. I have a ticket. It's on the Pimlico.com website underneath the handicapping section. And, I single on a 6-1 shot in race 5, one of our features of the day, a second-level allowance condition turf sprint. There's a ton of speed in that race, a whole lot of speed. I go with the closing sprinter in there, the 9, Grandi Flora at 6-1.
Yeah, that horse certainly figures bang-up kind of a race. I think you might put a blanket over him at the wire, too.
Sure.
Really not much separating a bunch of those horses. So, yeah, we've got a great target, $235,000. I'm sure they'll pump a lot of money in this wager. Did you say was there one ticket live yesterday? Was there anything live?
There was 2 live.
Two live.
To the 3 and the 9.
Okay.
The 3 was second.
Okay, wow. Wow, that's
Feel bad for that guy.
Oh, gee.
Looked like he might have a shot turning for home, but couldn't get there. So Daniel Centeno won the finale yesterday.
Yeah, you made it for Kieran.
Right, for Kieran, yep. So there's the big carryover. That starts in race 4, the Rainbow Pick Six. We have live racing this Monday for Memorial Day, special holiday reminder. Always a big day out here at Pimlico for Memorial Day. First race post time this Monday is 1:10. That's the closing day of the Preakness meet here at Pimlico. If no one hits the carryover before then, that'll be a mandatory payout in the Rainbow Pick Six this Monday. That'll be around, that should be over $1 million.
Oh, I would think it's going to be an awfully big figure. But we're gonna try to dive in again today. You've got the ticket, so I'd like to get it before it gets there.
Well, it's beautiful weather. Let's show you the conditions. Main track is fast. Turf is firm. What's the weather? We in like
gorgeous.
76, partly cloudy, not too hot. Put on a little golf vest like I have on, fast and firm, 110 for the first race. Let's get right to it. Race 1 starts the rolling super high 5. That's a low 15% takeout in the super high 5. First race carryover is a little over 700. We have that every race with 7 or more horses. Also, race 1 starts the early pick 5. Mandatory payout on this early pick 5. Industry low, 12% takeout. Race 1's a big field. We're going 5 furlongs on the turf, claiming 16,003 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. I go with the favorite here, Stroll Smoking, for trainer Wayne Potts. You have this horse on top, right to the front probably with Wesley Ho. This horse second in the Law of Futurity, sprinting on the turf back in 2017 when he was a 2-year-old. He's been lightly raced since then. Only 3 starts this year, and he just got back on the turf his last race where he showed speed, got a little tired. That was 5.5. Now cuts back to 5 furlongs today.
Yeah, horse had a promising future. Look, I mean, I showed a lot of promise back in September of 2017 in that race. Therapist is in there, is going on to be great at stakes place on the turf, a stakes winner. Majestic Dunhill ran big in the General George. Really strong field going on the way back to September of 17. But how much does this horse have kind of left? Had the big layoff. Big effort last time. Had a shoe repair in the paddock. Still ran big. Dueled through very fast internal fractions just to fade. I think he's possibly, the speed of the speed here. I think he can even take pressure at this level, shake clear, and hold off any closers. Attack mode here for trainer Wayne Potts and Stroll smoking.
All right, so we both have the favorite on top. I didn't use the one. You have the one in your exacta Native Flora for Ann Merriman. I like a couple of Ann's horses today. I didn't use this one. You get the Bug Boy Avery Wisman and had some trouble in the comeback race last out.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble. You see that short comment steadied in turn, made another move up the inside before flattening out late. This horse is okay at this distance against this level. That was a key race. Multiple horses have come out of there to run well. We're going to see You Can Never Tell a little bit later. He came back to run big in a state bred allowance.
All right, I go with another price in my exacta, the 10 Great Country, a 5-year-old by Great Notion, making his turf debut today for trainer Christine Claggett. I love the Great Notions on the turf. He's the sire of Flash Phelps and a bunch of other good ones on the grass. Ty Liapustina, the regular rider for this gelding, will ride today. He's in okay form. He improved last out, second off the layoff. Now he's third off the layoff. He should get a trouble-free trip on the outside. He's shown speed before in his dirt sprint, so if he can show some early speed on the turf today, he might get a nice trip. So I'll take a shot with the 10 Great Country.
Yeah, my little stranger to throw in there would be the 9 Whiskey Draymond. First time in the Ferris Allen barn, but you look at the mare, bottom side, produced a runner, Tis Our Time. It was 1 for 8, I believe, on the turf, but did make close to 80,000 on the grass, ran an 83 buyer. That was the top sprinting. So Whiskey Dreaming by Not For Love. We know Not For Loves can handle the turf. That one, maybe the legit closer in the race is the 5 Jammer. Jammer off of a layoff, hasn't been seen since late November. Gets back to a firm turf course finally. This horse will be running late with Pimlico.
All right, we both have the 3 Stroll smoking on top there in race 1. Race 2 will kick off the early pick 4. We're on the main track here in the second. We're going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Maiden claiming 10,000 for filly mares 3 and up. I go with the 4 on top. Shall We Dance for trainer Ferris Allen. Horacio Caramanos rides his 3-year-old daughter of Lemon Drop Kid. A good third 2 starts ago at this level at Laurel, and then didn't run very well last out at all. Was wide and then steadied at the 5/16th pole. Then just didn't run at all. Hopefully she can overcome. She can rebound from that and get back to a good effort today. She should have a good foundation underneath her. Last, all 6 of her races have been going a route of ground. It isn't the toughest group. You just want to have somebody fit here in the final strides.
Now I'm going to take the new face here on top. Wisconsin, a 4-year-old filly, kind of a quick give up, a big purchase. $60,000 purchase back in September of 16. I got started on the turf down at the fairgrounds a couple months ago. Didn't really run at all, but dropping down. This barn has done well with his owner. First time in the barn, 5 for 5 in the money. So I think this horse is okay. You're looking at the siblings, 6 winning dirt sibs. Another one. They obviously quick give up, but I think against this group could be forward a long way.
Yeah, Michael Gorham, he's always tough. I used the 6. We both used the 1 as well here. We have a video spotlight on the 1. I Am a Dancer for trainer Bobby Plummer. Here's the race from May 3rd at Laurel Park. Here's the start.
Yeah, I got bounced around a little bit at the break bump. You see the short comment bump start, and we're going to show you the other trouble there midway on the turn. Yeah, a little bump there at the break, and had to rate back, drafted off the pace, and ended up dropping to the inside as the field traveled through the backstretch. And actually gets pretty good position in the turn, but is going to have the momentum stalled, Stan, leaving the half-mile pole just to about almost a quarter pole. We're going to pick this horse up into the turn. You see just kind of a host of horses, a wall of horses. This horse has to steady and wait behind around the turn. But I tell you, picked it up a little bit late. was able to close a few lengths for the stretch. And the one thing we know about I am a dancer, the stamina's there. She's run consistently going long. Yeah, she doesn't run that fast, but she's improved the last several starts. I like the way she's finished up. She's a 6-year-old. She's 0 for 21. But in your exactas, trifectas, and supers, I think she's a logical horse to use today. She's going to bring a late run against this group. Plus, you've got Felix Pinero, who's been riding quite well and getting you some prices.
All right, so we both like the one. I am a dancer. She'll be right there. She'll get a ground-saving trip on the inside. So I go 4-1, 4-1-6. You go 6-1-9. The 9 on the outside here. Queen of Muskoka for Carl Duran. Julio Correa will ride. And this horse, she's been, she kind of regressed a little bit last out, but she has 2 routes underneath her belt. And figures to get a piece of it today.
A little bit, yeah. It kind of rushed up in between horses trying to get position into the turn. There was 3 or 4 of them going after it into the turn. You saw that on the rerun. Queen of Muskoka, I think, is going to get a good, comfortable trip stalking from the outside. There's not a lot of true speed in here. I don't think she's going to have to be used too hard from the outside post to get position. Final 16th's a concern, but I think she's a factor a long way in here with Correa.
All right, let's take a look at race 3. We're back on the turf for the third. We're going a mile on the firm turf course, claiming 16,000 filly mares 3 and up. Never won 3 life or straight 3-year-old fillies. Let's start with the 11. I have the 11 on top here. Jersey's Kittens for trainer Jose Samiago. Forrest Boyce will ride the 7-year-old mare. Good second at this level last out. And that was second off a long layoff, so figures to run better today with Forrest back aboard. Has enough early speed where she can break and get a good early stalking position. I don't think she'll be too far back, maybe sitting second, third, or fourth with only having to go 2-3 wide on that first turn.
Yeah, Pugilist just ran awfully big last time. We're going to see her in a couple days, I believe, if not tomorrow, later this weekend. But Jersey's Kittens, her numbers are consistent. We know she can get the mile. It's a good distance for her, certainly against this group. Yeah, she's going to have to draft in, get a little bit of position early, but I think she's going to have a good finish. She is the one to beat, even drawn towards the outside with Forest Boys. The 8, Asiano, I'll take a little shot here. First time in the barn for Lacey Gaudet off of Kelly Rubley. Hasn't been seen since early March down to Tampa. Looks to be the speed. The speed has one blowout number there, an 81 on the grass last summer at Monmouth. A little drop in class. Blinkers go on. Let's go to the front and see how far we can go.
Sure, yeah. If Lacey gets this mare back in good form, that wasn't too long ago, just last summer up in Monmouth with that big win. So it gets the blinkers on. So I 11-8 for me, 8-11 for you. How about the 12?
Yeah.
We have a video spotlight on the 12, Eye of the Wildcat for owner, trainer Donald Souter. Here's the race from May 4th at Laurel.
Yeah, picking this horse, number 1, into the far turn, making a move there, closed up a couple lengths into the far turn, but is going to have to steady and check there around the 3/8 pole. Is Pugilist. This is the race. Pugilist kind of going right out on the front end. Jersey's Kittens going to move up in a second and just give futile chase to the wire. But Eye of the Wildcat gets stalled a little bit again there at the quarter pole, but is able to shift out top of the stretch. I'm not worried. The speeds kind of went around the racetrack that day. If you get a little more help up front, Eye of the Wildcat, this was the turf debut. So showing that she can handle the grass course, handled some trouble, very willing. You'll see Alter out here past the 8th pole. We're going to watch this horse finish up a little bit of a flash at the wire, but Pugilist, Jersey's Kitten still trying there. She just can't gain. Pugilist ran off the screen for Brittany Trimble. But Eye of the Wildcat, there a little flash late. Staying out of trouble is going to be the key for Eye of the Wildcat. Another one, I don't know if she's going to win it. I certainly think she's a user underneath.
All right, so we both like the 12, Eye of the Wildcat. I use a 10 in the mix here. He was a 10. Text me a kiss, make the rider Carlos Carrasco. Carlos Carrasco rides a 6-year-old mare for George Albright, and had a nice win last October at Delaware against Two Life Company, 12-5 claimers, and had the winner off. The comeback race wasn't very pretty, but that was going short. Now she stretches back out to 2 turns. She could rally to get a piece of it at a big price.
Yeah, I think that's the key. The piece maybe underneath, maybe you get 15, 21, something like that on that runner. Does not want to sprint, wants to go longer, 2 for 4 at the distance.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have a nice big field here in race 4 to kick off that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Carryover today, over 235,000. We'll check it out right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, let's get right to it. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 4. There's the carryover, a big number, $235,491. They bet around $57,000 new money into it yesterday. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. A $64 ticket. Race 4 is a nickel 2 life going short on the main track. I chalk it up with the 3 Fire Marshal and the 7 Top Caesar. My single comes in race 5, one of our features. 2 other than allowance, going 5/8 on the turf. A lot of speed in this race. I think it sets it up for a closing sprinter like the 9 Grandi Flora. I have on top at 6-1 there in race 5. Then race 6, that's a filly mare, 16,003 life going short on the main track. I go 4 deep there with the 2, 3, 5, 6, the 2 Top Hat Betty, my top pick. Race 7, I go 5 deep there. That's a nice 2 other than allowance filly mares, 5/8 on the main track. I used the 1, 3, 7, 9, 10. The 10 is my top pick in there, not in jeopardy. We have a video of that filly when we get to race 7. And then race 8, another nice feature of the day, going 2 turns on the main track, 2 other than allowance filly mares. The 4 Moon Virginia going to be tough, but the 5 Acanetta going to be part of the early pace. See how far she can go. So 4-5 in race 8. Nice allowance race, 5/8 on the turf in race 9. I go 4 deep there with the 2, 4, 5, 9, the 4. Love You Much, my top pick. We have a video of that gelding when we get to race 9. So let's see if I can get live here. You also have a middle pick 4 that starts in race 4. Let's check that out and see how you played it.
Yeah, it's really tough to unearth a single on that whole stretch. Pick 6, pick 5, pick 4, whatever you want to call it here. Middle pick 4 gets you started, a little framework. And then maybe you can add on to the bottom 2 races if you're going to jump in on the Rainbow Pick 6. 1, 3, 7 to get you started in race 4. Race 5, 3 deep again with the 2, 5, and 9. Some prices, some kind of magician for Trombetta and Grandi Flora. I'm going to throw in there 6th race with the 2, 3, and 4. Swirly Shirley, we've got a little stat on Kieran for this runner. And then the 7th race, the 3 and the 10, Silver Slivers, and not in jeopardy. $27 middle pick 4.
All right, let's check out race 4 here. A nickel 2 life, 3 and up, 6 furlongs. The 3 Fire Marshal is going to be awfully tough here. And we have a video spotlight. We both have the 3 on top. We have a video of this horse's race from April 5th at Laurel Park.
Yeah, the 2 horses, they down to the inside, prompting the issue of Belmonte. This was first off of a layoff, first off of a claim, and then was given quite a rest. This horse is going to steady check into the turn, but find a little bit more. Fire Marshal was ready this day. Bet down to 2-1 for Dale Capuano. Watch this horse shift out and make another move. You don't see 10 claimers usually do that, Stan. Get in kind of trouble, and he's just going to cruise up to engage the leader there at the quarter pole and say, see you later through the stretch. Going to draw off to win by 7. And I tell you, just under a steady drive was Fire Marshal that day. Went ahead, tried the turf on the raise. Next time out, that really didn't work out. I guess you got to be concerned a little bit going right back to 5. For this visually impressive of a performance on the dirt, strong number comparatively to this group. I would say maybe Fire Marshal all or nothing today. You know, he's going to bring that big race, or a horse you may want to toss. So I'm going to ride out one more time with Fire Marshal, but I'm not completely sold just because of this drop.
Well, I guess maybe they feel that they have a little bit of a license to steal off that turf sprint. They're trying to get eligible for that Maryland Million starter handicap. You got to run for 75 or less, I believe, for those. So, all right, so they're taking a big shot here with the 3 Fire Marshal. Correa gets back aboard. We both have this horse on top for Dale Capuano. The 7 Top Caesar is going to be part of the early pace with Xavier Perez aboard for Jerry Robb. This 4-year-old colt by Tapazar, he's been right there his last 3 starts at this level.
Well, certainly, and you're looking at the field. Fire Marshal showed that speed inside that day when he broke the maiden and had to come back. So he's going to be forward, I would would think. But Top Czar might be the speed in here, and he can kind of stalk and make a move into it and hang around. He's been fighting, just coming up a little bit short. Certainly a factor a long way within this group for the 5,000 two in life.
I didn't use the Mason Factor. I noticed you have that horse on your pick 4 ticket.
Yes.
Wisman, the Bug Rider, aboard for Jose Corrales, beaten favorite at this level. Last out, claimed his last 2 starts at this level. Now in the barn to Jose Corrales, who's been doing pretty well recently, first off the claim.
Well, this horse was a reclaim by Engelhardt. Then Corrales is going to jump in, and Corrales, we saw, claimed Bobby G and moved that horse way up.
Sure.
He's been deadly off the claim. I'm just really scared to kind of let anything of his pass right now. The barn has been rolling right along and jumping in and doing well at the claim box.
How about Bobo Jones here on the outside,
Jones.
the 8? Bobo Jones for Jackie Savoy, a nice maiden win a long time ago, 2 years ago at Monmouth, only 1 start last year. So at least Jackie does the right thing here, goes in for the nickel 2 life coming off the layoff. Couple local works here recently at Pimlico.
Yeah, my thing is, why not Jersey? You know, why not Monmouth?
Sure.
Yeah, you got Monmouth. That was the key for that one. But, certainly the prior numbers stack up.
Yep. All right, let's turn the page here. Race 5 will kick off the late pick 5. No carryover in the late pick 5. They hit it yesterday. A couple days ago, it paid over $21,000. As always, we have that industry low 12% takeout on both the pick 5s at Pimlico. Race 5 is one of our features of the day. A second-level allowance condition, optional claiming $35,000, going 5 furlongs on the turf. This race has an absolute ton of speed. The 2 Uncle Huge, the 3 Jarvis Steele, who won 6 is out.
We got a late scratch. Okay.
All right, well, that was part of the speed.
Yeah.
That doesn't help me. That hurts me. All right, thanks, guys. Okay, late scratch here. Just came in. Race 5, number 6, More Abundance, is out. So they took it off our picks. All right, well, still a lot of speed with the 2 Uncle Huge, the 3 Jarvis Steele, the 7 Showalter, and the 8 Tale of E Dubai, and the Showalter making his turf debut, and Tale of E Dubai getting back on the turf. So still a ton of speed. I think it sets it up for a closing sprinter like the 9 Grandi Flora, who ran big off the layoff, just got beat a nose, 78 buyer. He'll be coming late with the bug boy Avery Wisman.
Yeah, I'll toss in the 1 if we're going to do that for later. Add some picks in there. But, yeah, the 9 certainly fits. A good return, and Merriman has had success with these horses second off the layoff. Grandi Flora, I thought was a stone-cold winner last time. Got him between horses and hung a little bit. Will benefit, have a little bit more late kick, but gets the setup again. My price is for the 5. Some kind of magician. I just for the fact that they're still protecting this gelding. The numbers improved. He didn't run great last summer into the fall, but caught softer turf courses. You go back on his page, and I know we kind of got to go way back, but this horse has run some big races sprinting on the turf. Got a good middle move going longer. I think some kind of magician. Going to give him 1 shot here if he's going to be ready. I think it's going to be today off the layoff. Some kind of magician fires into this pace.
Yeah, he had a real big 3-year-old campaign a couple years ago. He made over $100,000. They're saving him for the Maryland Million Turf now if they can get him right. Obviously, he had some issues last year. Lately raced 0 for 5. I didn't use him, but he's a closer. It sets up for him just like Grandi Flora. If some kind of magician ready to go off the layoff for Chumbetta, he could be a factor. The 3 I use in my exacto. Jarvis Steele just going to send, and going 5 furlongs. He can hang around pretty far like he did last time when he won.
Man, he was really gritty. Does that take a little bit out of him? That was an awfully big return. You might see a sub-22 opening quarter mile in race 5 today. And Uncle Huge out of the race with Grandi Flora. And a little excuse rank at the break. I was surprised he ran as well as he did despite the early adversity. So Uncle Huge, he's proven at this level, loves the distance. We've got a bang-up race here in race 5. These are fun little races. They're quality horses sprinting on the grass. We haven't even talked about Showalter. There's Gary Capuano lurking. Yeah. You know, what's this move for? But we've seen this before from Gary. You question, and then it's answered with a resounding yes at a good price.
Yeah, and he uses the 7-pound bug boy, Victor Rosales. Congratulations, Victor. He had a 3-win day yesterday here.
Yeah, he's coming along.
Sure.
Definitely watching him improve every day.
Yep. All right, so nice. One of our features of the day there, race 5 to kick off that late pick 5. Let's turn the page. Race 6 will start the late pick 4, back to the main track, going 6 furlongs, claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Never won 3 or straight 3-year-old fillies. Let's see. Let's start with the 4. Your top pick. I didn't use the 4 at all, and I'm 4 deep in this race. I didn't use the 4, Swirly Shirley. You have a stat, though, for trainer Kieran McGee and Swirly Shirley.
I do. Over the last, it's not a huge sample, but here we go. The last 5 years, Kieran, 5 for 15, 33%, 8 for 15 in money. Turf to dirt sprints, second off the claim with a good ROI of over $3. Swirly Shirley back to sprinting now off of those route races on the dirt, and last time on the turf, a failed effort on the grass course. But I think this race, there's not a ton of true speed. I'm not saying she needs it. Got the right kind of rider in Almodovar to put her in the race early. The bottom's underneath of this filly right now. I think this is a good little move, and I think you're going to escape at a fairly square price. I can't see anybody below 3-5 to 2 in this race. If you do, I can't take that kind. I'm looking for a little bit of value in race 6, and it's a sneaky little move here. Swirly Shirley and a 4-time winner.
All right, yeah, that 3-year-old who's won 4 times.
Yeah.
I didn't use the filly at all. I wasn't sure what to make of the cutback to 6 furlongs today, and then the turf outing last out. That didn't go too well. Got clobbered in there, beat 46 lengths. She's going to have to rebound from that. And, she's coming back in 3 weeks. So, all right, I didn't use her, but you'll get a decent price there on the 4, Swirly Shirley. I go with the 2, Top Hat Betty here for Engelhart. Victor Carrasco will ride. This mare just missed at this level last out at Laurel Park. That was she was coming down from New York, first start at Laurel, and a big effort. That was going 7 furlongs. Now we cut back to 6 furlongs today. I love that. So I go with the 2, Top Hat Betty on top.
Yeah, it doesn't have a ton of true speed. She's probably going to have to navigate a little bit of traffic around a turn into the lane, but a formidable kick against this kind, certainly. She's probably, going to be, I think, a slight favorite in here for Engelhart, just off of the barn, and say well clear of a next out winner, the Swedish Taboo. So, yeah, and Snippety. Snippety's okay, coming back, a little bit of a drop. Her late run is going to be effective, I think, against this group.
And the 3, Hail the Queen's a 4-time winner, first off the claim for Wayne Potts. This filly looks like she's going in the right direction. Jen Miller, the Bug Girl, won a race for Wayne Potts yesterday. So the 3, Hail the Queen, we both like in our exacta.
Yeah, we've talked about it time and time again. Potts in that level, 5 to 10 to 15 claimers he reaches in. He's done quite well over the last several years. Hail the Queen, all she does is, she's run steady. 4 of her last 5 of her last 6. So, yeah, she fits positive move up in class.
All right, let's turn the page here. Another allowance feature of the day. Race 7 to kick off the final pick 3. We're going 5/8 on the turf in race 7. Second level allowance condition, optional claiming 35,000. Filly mares 3 and up. I have the 10 on top. We both like the 10. Let's start right there. We have a video spotlight of the 10 not in jeopardy. Here's the race in the very one on Preakness Day.
Preakness Day. And, comes away okay. He's going to draft off the pace, stays inside, a little bit of trouble, steadying near the turn. You see the short comment steadied at the half-mile marker. This is a race where the speed's wild about star JoJo Air. They went 1-2 around the racetrack, but a little bit of traffic into the turn. McCarthy aboard Not in Jeopardy that day, a little keen now behind horses, and going to go ahead and stay inside pretty much the duration. Stays inside into the top of the stretch. But as we said, the speeds were you weren't going to get by these top 2. They got away with a fairly soft opening quarter when you really consider it on this turf course of 22-4. But angling out through the stretch, formidable run, very willing to the wires, Not in Jeopardy. A little bit of class relief, I would say, maybe a lot of class relief this afternoon. So that race certainly didn't look like it took a lot out of her, hence being able to come back on a short little break.
Yeah, I like her. I have her on top. She ran a big third at this level last October at Laurel. She had a nice allowance win last August at Laurel. She gets Sheldon Russell. She'll be coming late. So I have the 10 Not in Jeopardy on top. You have the 3 on top here, Silver Slivers for trainer Mike Gorham. This 5-year-old mare runs second off the layoff today.
Mike Gorham is live today. 3 live runners throughout the card. Silver Slivers, yeah. I thought that was a good race last time out behind Super Echo. Disappointed me a little bit in the very one. I expected a better effort. Once again, the speeds went on. she just could not just generate a rally into that. But this mare, she's consistent. Cintron gave her a perfect ride last time, finished quite well. She's run well second off the layoff in the past. I think she's going to have enough flow in here. You've got Polite Pearl. You've got Racing in the Street, Uphill Battle, Unaquai. They all like to be forward. I think she just drafts in and makes a run through the final 3/16 of a mile.
All right, I use the 3. How about the 7, Racing in the Street? Kate DeMasi, always very tough with her turf sprinters. And this 5-year-old mare, well, she wrapped up last year in a big way with 2 big wins, 2 respectable buyers. Now she comes back to the races after having a long break, but she gets the Bug Boy Correo. She has early speed. She's been working well at Park, so if she breaks well, she'll get a good trip from the 7-hole. I think the 7, Racing in the Street, is going to be right there.
Yeah, certainly some of them might be there, but they go with her. They could definitely, I think it's going to soften them up. She's fresh. Beat the right kind. Biotope, we've seen her in the past, has run well in the grass. She kind of fits around this level. Yeah, and even Unaquai, the 9. I think you've got to factor her in. 1 for 1 at Pimlico. Ran against some heavy heads down at Gulfstream over the winter. I think she's a user. I think got the right kind of. Almodovar's going to put her into the race early. Yep. She can fight you at this distance. She's another factor throughout. I think Silver Slovers, though, is going to get that dream trip inside. She's not going to be floated wide around the turn. She's going to sneak up and grab them in the final stages.
And how about the 1, Elevated Vision? I use on my Pick 6 ticket a decent price here. Victor Rosales, the Bug Rider, with that 3-win day yesterday. This is his main outfit here, Phil Schoenthal, who he came up working for in the mornings. This filly by Great Notion. I love the Great Notions on the turf, and her turf debut last out, a real good third. She was far back. She was 11 lengths back and rallied to finish a good third. Now she's going to have her work cut out for her once again today. She'll be in traffic, covered up down the backstretch. Rosales going to have to work out a good trip rallying from out of traffic, likely. But I used the 1, Elevated Vision, on my Pick 6 ticket.
Let me see the short comments. Settled. Okay, just got her too far back out of the race. Maybe Rosales is going to have her in touch mid-turn, a little bit closer. She's got to be within 3 or 4, I think, turning for home if she's going to be a major player in here. But she only got beat a couple lengths, a length and 3/4 by my top selection. So we've got some good turf sprints today, don't we? 1 for the boys, for the girls. So.
All right, let's take a look here. Race 8, another big feature of the day to kick off the late daily double. It's a 2 other than allowance, optional, claiming $35,000. Filly mares 3 and up, a mile and a 16th on the main track. We both have the 4, Moon Virginia, on top. 6-year-old mare by Jumpstart, a Maryland bred who's made over $330,000. Adele Capuano claimed her for $35,000 last January, and a couple big seconds at this level off the claim, and then a real big win April 12th at Laurel. She won by 4.5, a lifetime best 85 by her speed figure. She beat Emzima Springs in that race. And Dale, you might have gotten hustled in that race up at Delaware, 6-horse field. That was probably a 3 other than allowance condition up there. She went to the Front. She ended up on the lead early on in that race. That's not her game. She's a closer. She likes to maybe sit second or third at the closest. Don't go to the front on this mare. Take her, let her settle mid pack and make a run today with Sheldon Russell. We both have Moon Virginia on top.
Yeah, I don't mind her, especially to 2 turns, maybe a slight edge. She figured maybe to regress a little bit. She just ran phenomenal on April the 12th. I didn't see that race coming at 8-1. You're not going to get that this afternoon. I mean, these horses are going to be tightly grouped at the windows. I think between the 3, 4, and 5, any one of them probably could be the favorite when it's all said and done. But I give a slight edge to Moon Virginia. Stalking trip in here. But speeds, Daria's Angel, I think, is going to be forward. But her best run at a mile and 16, maybe from just off of it, because the weekend's awfully quick, and she just needs to come out of the gate well. When she got a good break, 2 races back on March 29th at Laurel, she kind of dictated, was led out top of the stretch, and was gone. I like horses like this going a little bit better 2 turns. I think she's going to stretch them a long way here for Mike Gorman, Augusto Martin. A tight group, five horses. Anybody's ball game here in the 8th.
Well, that's another reason I like Moon Virginia. I think she gets a nice setup. Yeah, the late weekend's very quick. Daria's Angel and the 5 Acanetta is going to show speed. Now, I use the 5 Acanetta in my exacta. You go against her. She had a nice win last out back in late March at Laurel against First Level Allowance Company. She went right to the front. She won by 2. Going this 2-turn distance. So now she gets Rosario Montanez to ride today for Rudy Rodriguez. She's been freshened up since that last win, so she'll be part of the pace. She'll probably be able to dictate the early terms, breaking on the outside with early speed.
Maybe that was the key. Gets a little bit of a break off of that top number. Equal to top last time. She hasn't been able to run back those kind of numbers in the past on the dirt. Will she be able to pair them up is going to be the key. The good little break there, I think, is going to help her. But, even Mizima Springs has a shot to kind of stroll on by. She doesn't have a big punch, but, I mean, she fits. I mean, she's going to escape. You're going to get the value. She is your best value in here.
So take out the one hell of a fire, and the other 5 that are in here, they all have a shot in race 8. A nice feature there to kick off the late daily double. One more race to go here. This is a nice allowance race to wrap up the Saturday afternoon program. We're going 5/8 on the turf, first level allowance condition, 3 and up, and I go with the 4. Love You Much looks awfully tough in here. You have Love You Much on top as well. Let's show you the comeback race a couple weeks ago here at Pimlico against Allowance Company. There's the start.
Yeah, it just came away slowly out of the gate. You're going to see that. Just kind of was almost like acting up a little bit. Wasn't quite prepared when the gates opened. But, boy, they were rolling up top. A spirited duel between Jarvis Steele and Love You Much. I'm sorry, and You Can Never Tell. You Can Never Tell to the inside runs a bang-up race. We're going to see her again. But getting into the picture late, Love You Much on the extreme outside rolling. We liked her this day. Just couldn't get up in time because they're going to get speed and neck when it's all said and done. Ferris Allen Exacta. Yep. There you go that afternoon. I think even more flow this afternoon. And Love You Much just needs to break a little bit better. She's shown more positional speed in the past. I think you're going to see that from her today and is able to kind of get up in time. Quality group, though. A fun little group here in the 9th in this A other than going short.
And you get to see how Jarvis Steele runs in race 5. If that horse comes back and runs another big one, then you have to love You Much even more so. The 5 we both like here. You Can Never Tell for Trombetta. Comes out of the same race we just showed you. A good third. So this horse is going to be probably your likely pace setter with Pimentel aboard.
Oh, yeah. He's very quick, and he's got a lot of heart. He's going to have to deal with Great Herman. There's a situation, though. He might get kind of sandwiched. They all come away cleanly. The outside horse is quick, Great Herman. You've got El Dolce towards the inside, who's got a lot of gas as well. So honest fractions are going to be cut here. I think it's going to be a contested pace. That's also, I like the other Trombetta, probably the higher price Trombetta in my brother's legend. Improving type later in the year last year, I think might be ready for the 4-year-old debut and come rolling late to grab a piece.
All right, what do you think about Great Herman making the turf debut today? By Great Notion has a bunch of early speed for Jerry Robb. Xavier Perez probably going to be sending him from the outside here. I think Great Herman, if he likes the turf, he'll have something to say about this race.
There's no doubt. He is going to be part of the flow. He's a dead cent kind of a horse. He wants the front end from everything that we've seen so far from him.
Yep. All right, so nice allowance turf sprint to wrap things up here. Race 9 at Pimlico. Good luck in that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. The carryover today is big. What is it? It's over $235,000. That starts in race 4. There it is again. You can check out my ticket, Tim Tulloch's ticket, on the Pimlico.com website underneath the handicapping section. Good luck to you today.
I'm looking forward to it. I like the card. Good betting card again.
Good luck. We had some long shots the last couple of days. Let's see what happens here today at Pimlico. Dave Robin coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.